What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first official episode of the 8th Deadly Sin. My name is Frosty. I go by Frosty Designs on Twitch and all of my social medias. And today, we're going to start by covering some community stuff that's been happening around with recruits, the tournaments that are happening around the community, and just some exciting news for a lot of people. And then we're going to get into the second part of the podcast, which is going to be introducing the first official affiliate with SiN Nation. And getting to know him, his story, why he chose SiN Nation, and getting to know his preferences in gaming, which get to be a little questionable. And you can fry him in the comments down below if you feel. But I appreciate every single one of you guys. The launch of SiN Nation has been absolutely incredible, and I hope you guys will continue to show that support as we increase our numbers and our family on this journey, as we grow, as we prosper, and as we end up on top. Hashtag SiN for honor, hashtag forgive my sins. Let's get right into the community talk of the 8th Deadly Sin. Today, I am recording this the day that it gets released. Today is Saturday the 9th. As I am speaking, the Carnage tournament is currently going on. There is a $2,500 pot on the line with teams such as the Spice Boys, the Avengers, and Precision. Players included in this tournament are not limited to, but they do include players such as Bams, Zephy, Obekia, Type, Pride, Dep V, Rhymes, Code Finest, Demo, Exalt Phi, as well as many others. This tournament is absolutely gas, guys. I've been watching here and there. The Spice Boys took one of the first losses that I've seen on camera to Demo's team. And Demo had himself Dissect Crazy and one other player that I can't remember off the Hoonter. And it was a very, very good matchup. But the Spice Boys did officially take their first L. That does not mean they have lost yet. As of what I've seen so far, they are going to come back in the losers bracket, is what they claim, and I am excited to see the run all the way back to the finals for them. So, hopefully I can get this uploaded and you guys can see this before the Carnage tournament is over, but you should definitely watch this Carnage tournament, and if you aren't watching it already, or if you haven't watched it already, or if it is too late to watch it by the time you see this video, go to Carnage Twyman's Twitch page. Watch this in his VODs. He is an absolutely incredible host, and he has run one of the most insane tournaments to date as far as the sniping 4v4 tournaments go around this little community. There is another tournament dropping in 2 weeks from today. It is going to be a co-ed tournament, a 4v4, 2 men, 2 women, and on every single team, it's going to be 16 teams, a standard bracket, no winners and losers bracket. It is going to be hosted by Kay. There's going to be more info on this soon, she says. It is going to be dropping on April 23rd. We know nothing about a prize pot or anything of the sort yet, but I will tell you we do have her as a special guest on the next episode next week, Saturday. So if you guys want to know more about that tournament, make sure you drop in next week and we can get some more information out of her, I am sure. Also, EO has announced that they are dropping a tournament April 30th. That comes with a 1K prize pool as well as community giveaways all throughout the stream. So make sure if you guys are going to watch that EO tournament, I don't know the exact member who is going to be hosting the tournament right now, but you best believe I will be having another podcast and announcing who will be hosting it before they do the tournament, before it goes live. So just keep tuning into these podcasts, keep dropping in for the latest information, and we will make sure that we get you the correct information so you guys can enjoy all of these tournaments and get those giveaways, which is going to be absolutely insane. Also, Mr. Soldier Sharp is considering hosting a tournament in the future, so let's keep an eye on his page in case we have the opportunity of participating in tournaments around that community as well. There's some new teams in the community to keep on the watch for. Official Brats was started by Lena Monet not too long ago. It is, as far as I'm aware, the first official girls-only sniping org, at least around this area. and they have some cracked players. Lena Monet herself is absolutely incredible at the game. They have people like they had people like Kay. They had TTV Shika. Like they have some absolutely cracked snipers. And hopefully we can get in a chat with Lena Monet soon and ask her what her plans are as far as the official brats go, because that org is something to keep your eyes on for sure. But that is not the only org that has announcements that we have as far as trading players and recruiting new players around the community. Kay, who was originally signed with official brats, Lena Monet's team that we just spoke of, actually got signed to EO. So she is now EOK. That is absolutely incredible. Huge congratulations to Kay. Like I said, we will be talking to her next week, and we will definitely talk about EO with her in the future as well. Parallel, run by Parallel Pride, they recruit two new members this week. They recruit Stewie I and Skizwiz or Skyswiz. Um, but yeah, congratulations to both of them for being signed to Parallel. That is a massive, massive W. Parallel is one of the most talented teams in the community when it comes to sniping, so that is a huge, huge dub for them. There were two more EO recruits this week. In addition to K, there was Suikun's Fury and Redacted. And I will show all of these on screen, showing when they went to Twitter Live saying that they joined this team. So you guys can go follow them on Twitter and give them a congratulations yourself if you wish. Project Vendetta picks up one player this week as well. They pick up OD Bryan, and Project 7 gets 5 new recruits this week. They pick up Slicks, Snap, AC, Envy, and the one that they claim that they can do it all, Atomic Crazy. I am very excited to see when Project 7 picks up new members. There's always a fire drop. There's always some crazy thing coming out. They're going to have some montages dropping soon, and I'm very excited to see these players get featured in said montage. Last recruitment that we have this week, Sith GG's actually recruited Charisma as well, which is a major W for both Sith and for Charisma, because Sith is one of the most well-respected communities, well-respected orgs in this community, and Charisma is definitely a major W to have on any team around here. Um, so some big announcements for some streamers around the parts is Chai, the owner of Raw Sniping, has officially partnered with G Fuel, guys. So make sure you guys go show Chai some love. It's Chai on Twitch, or I will put his Twitter on screen right here, so you guys can go follow him, tell him what's up, and you can use code Chai for I believe a 30% discount on G Fuel. So that is absolutely incredible. Congratulations to Chai. G Fuel is no sponsorship to take lightly. Demon Slimebot has officially been affiliated with Twitch this week, and he is averaging the numbers all damn near a partner, like running short 15, 20 viewers a partner. Demon Season is on the up and up, and their members are going crazy with the views. So congratulations on affiliation, Slime, and I can't wait to see where Demon Season takes you to the next level and where Demon Season goes as a team due to you. Um, Speaking of Demon Season, Max Gage has officially announced the grind for Demon Season. Max Gage is with the Shiesty Gang right now, and he wants to start his grind for Demon Season, which is basically a content creation sniping team. So it seems like Max is ready to focus more on his content creation side, because I know that he played some tournaments with Shiesty, so maybe he was one of the tournament players, a call player, and he wants to switch over to the content creation side. Maybe we can get Max into a call sometime, and we can get some more information from him on that. But big congratulations to Max for your announcement. We are all very excited to see where that is going to take you. With that being said, that is the main part of the community talk that I have for this week. If you guys want to see more community talk, if we want to start getting into leagues, or if we want to get into other games communities, right now we are focusing solely on COD in the sniping community, kind of around my neck of the woods where I come from and where SiN Nation was pretty much discovered from this community. But if you guys want to see other communities get supported, the Ray Gunners, a different Call of Duty like the Vanguard Pro Scene or whatever, the leagues, Apex Legends, Rainbow Six Siege, anything like that, you guys just go ahead and let me know in the comments. Go ahead and at me on Twitter or hit my Discord line. You can find my Discord on my Twitch at Frosty Designs, and you guys can hit me with recommendations on what I should include in the next part of this for the podcast. But with that being said, we are going to get into the second part of this podcast, which is going to be communicating and talking to, I said that so weird, which is going to be talking with the first official affiliate of SiN Nation. This man is an absolute W. I have come to become really very close with him in this community, and I am very proud to have him as part of our little community that we are building here with SiN Nation as our first affiliate, as the first official content creator with SiN Nation. Everyone, please help me in welcoming BearDontEvenCare.
What is going on, everybody? We just got done covering the community side of things for the podcast, but that is only one half of the eighth deadly sin. For the second half, we are going to be communicating with a new community member every single week. This week, for our first episode, we have our very first affiliate with the SiN Nation. We have BearDontEvenCare with us today. Let's give him a round of applause, everybody. So, I'm just going to have a series of questions. It'll probably be about 20 to 30 questions. Very simple questions, not like word problems you would see on a math test. And we just want to get to know a little bit about who you are. So,
all right.
Let's just start with, why don't you give us an introduction about who BearDontEvenCare is?
Well, I'm BearDontEvenCare, as you can tell, with the onesie. I wear a onesie almost every stream. I'm a content creator for the esports team Reactor 9. I've been streaming for about a year and I think 4 months now. I usually play COD. A lot of COD's using my game when it comes to multiplayer or just Warzone in general. I'm also, I did start a YouTube channel recently, I think before January. So we like to post funny content on there. And yeah.
Awesome. So, what was the original cause of you starting streaming? Like, why did you want to be a streamer or a content creator?
So last year, when Warzone was first came out-ish, I had a group of friends who we would constantly play together. Like, they got me into the game, and then they just started ditching me a lot. And so, like, I would be sitting there online waiting for them to send me invite for like an hour, 2 hours. And nothing at all. So I was just like, wow, I don't have any friends. So I started streaming, and like my whole goal was streaming, not to like become a full-time streamer like that. It was just to build a community, like a family for myself. And I can, say that I have done that.
Awesome.
I'm grateful for it.
That's incredible. So you mentioned being in the esports team Reactor 9. Tell me a little bit about Reactor 9. What is Reactor 9 about? What games do they compete in? Like, is it an org that is open to the public?
Yeah, so Reactor 9 has started last year in June. It's almost been a whole year since they opened up. It is out to the public. Anyone can join. Just gotta message someone from this team or mainly the CEO. Right now, we're competing a lot in COD games like Vanguard. We're also doing Halo, and we're slowly, I think right now we're working on a Rainbow Six team and an Apex team.
Awesome.
So that's some of the teams. And we also branched out to mobile, since apparently mobile's coming up now and we want to take advantage of that.
Absolutely. So with your competition in Halo and Call of Duty, have you seen any successes in those games so far?
Yeah, actually, we had our first LAN, I think almost a month ago I think around a month ago for Halo. We actually took first place in that LAN.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. So with Reactor 9, it sounds like you are specifically mentioning a lot of esports / the comp side of things. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the content creation side of Reactor 9?
Yep. So I'm part of the content creation side. We have about, I think, 10 members as of right now for the content creation. I know we just got a few members in just now, but for content creation, it's great. The community is great. They always contact you back, and they always giving like ideas, bouncing off ideas and all that. We're slowly starting up a YouTube channel to help streamers grow. Our CEO is now stepping down, just being CEO. He's going to work on the marketing side of content creation. We just got actually a assistant who's going to work on the competitive. So now we have our CEO focusing more on content creation to help like our people out for a bunch of things.
That's awesome. So the CEO that you keep mentioning, is there a Twitter that if somebody does want to reach out and become a part of Reactor 9, is there a Twitter handle that somebody can, or some way that they can contact the CEO?
Yes, if you Twitter, if you go on Twitter to be at JustifyRed.
Perfect. So you'll see his tag right here on screen. You guys can go ahead and message him. I'll leave that in the description as well if you guys are interested in joining Reactor 9 and being a part of Bear's team, obviously. So that would be fantastic. Um, so let's talk a little bit about you. You said you've been streaming for how long? Just over a year, you said?
Like I think a year and 3 months now.
Okay. So tell me about the journey of becoming a streamer for you. Like what was the journey? Because everyone has a different journey. Some people get the assistance from other streamers and they get the shout outs and they get the raids and all of that. Tell me a little bit about your journey as becoming a streamer.
All right. Well, when I first started streaming, I didn't have a really good PC. I think I think my GPU was a 1050 Ti, so I couldn't really stream the big games like Call of Duty and all that. So I started streaming on Minecraft, actually, our own little round with me and my friends. Um, so it started Minecraft. I only had like 1, 2 viewers. It actually took me about, I think, 2, 3 months to actually get affiliate. It was a rough journey. I wanted to quit a couple of times through that, but my girlfriend always gave me motivation. This has always been a dream for mine since like 6th grade. So about like 8 years ago, I would say. And I
That's
was fine
awesome.
pushing for it. I didn't want to give that up. So I went through the pain. I didn't get any help from raids and all that. My webcam was absolutely terrible. I think I bought a Chinese one from Amazon, I'm pretty sure. So it wasn't that great. It was like, I think, a $10 webcam. And so I just pushed as much as I could. And then I finally started getting like some viewers. I was lucky enough to keep those viewers with me, keep them strong, and slowly enough we started growing slowly. And now anyone who wants to stream, just like some of my community members and all that, I didn't want them going through the same struggle as I did, so I tend to help out as much as I can.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. So right now with your streaming, you said you used to be a Minecraft streamer. I know this as of right now, but for the people who don't know you, what are the main games that you play now?
As of right now, I am right now playing Warzone a lot. Don't get me wrong, Warzone is an on and off game, but right now that game is what I find my joy of. So I constantly play Warzone every single day. Sometimes I like to take a day out, play maybe like some games of Cold War or Vanguard, but mainly Warzone.
100%. So what would you say with streaming? You would say, and especially in the Call of Duty side, that people need to find their niche. You know what I mean? Like you can't be a streamer and just say I snipe, by the way, because everyone puts that in their bio.
Mhm.
So like, what would you say the niche for Bear Don't Care is? I mean, I feel like it's pretty
Yeah,
obvious.
it's the onesie. It's the onesie. It's the being a whole adult in an adult size onesie.
So with the onesie, I know from stopping in your streams, there's a little something special that the stream gets to witness if they subscribe or do anything special to be part of the community. For the viewers at home, I will play that for you right now on screen, and you can decide for yourself if you think it's worth giving this man a sub.
That means first sub of the day.
Nobody got that. Nobody got that though. You know, Coulter, she said she good when she wants. She good. Look at Coulter. Nah. You got Google.
Yeah, we take prime subs too.
So as you can see, this man goes absolutely crazy for his stream. He tries to give the absolute most. He tries to make sure everybody is absolutely entertained, and no matter what the case is, he will make himself look like a damn fool with no shame whatsoever, just to provide content to his community, and that is exactly what a content creator should be. So to you, I pride you, because I could
Thank you
never
so
find
much.
myself doing something like that.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
So, with you being in Reactor 9, everyone, when they start streaming as a gamer, I feel like has like this dream organization or team to eventually be a part of. Unless people intend on being a solo, for as long as they do YouTube. For like a lot of Minecraft streamers, I know that's a big thing. There's some solo COD creators out there, stuff like that. But with people who initially sign into orgs, usually they don't sign into orgs intending on that to be their final team that they play with. So is there a team or some teams that you're looking at eventually being in
Yeah.
as the final step of Bear Don't Care?
The final step of BearDontEvenCare is I have two teams in mind. One's very harder to get to, one's easier, but not that much. But the number one position has to be FaZe. I've been watching FaZe ever since I was a little kid. I think my favorite FaZe member has to be FaZe Rug. He's always giving me motivation. He actually gave me the motivation to actually start streaming, you know. So I always wanted to meet FaZe Rug. Always wanted to be a part of the team. But the second team of my choosing would have to be Complexity. Complexity just seems like they've stepped it up a notch, and then I feel like our vibes would match.
Okay. I don't think I've heard Complexity from too many people, so that's quite the interesting option. Is there anything that Complexity does, or anyone in specific that has inspired you to want to go for Complexity?
Well, for one reason, I started wanting to do Warzone because Tim the Tatman. Everyone knows Tim the Tatman.
Okay.
And so I feel like it would give me a good opportunity to grow myself there, just like how Tim did. Also, the
100%.
reason why I like Complexity is because I think the drive to the HQ is only like, I think it's about three or 4 hours. So it's not too far, and I'm able to make the drive there, or even move there and still see my family over here.
So because it's something close to you is a big factor for you for wanting to
Yeah.
choose Complexity. 100%, I get that. So you kind of answered this already for me, but the next question I had for you was, who are some inspirations to start streaming, whether they were big idols on YouTube or big content creators, or whether it was just a couple people in your friends group like you were talking about earlier. Like, who are some of your inspirations to start this grind?
Well, so as a start, I would say my number one from very beginning, since I had this dream in 6th grade, would have to be Roman Atwood. Every time I watched his vlogs, it just always gave me motivation. He always stated like, "Oh, you can't do something until you click that go," and that go was go live.
Right.
So he gave me that motivation. FaZe Rug's another one. I already mentioned that. He's just a great guy. You know, I've never seen that man angry. And man, when I play Warzone, you see me angry constantly. But there's a couple some small streamers as well who give like motivation to. There's a small streamer actually who I want to get to his point. He's only streamed for about 2 years, and he's huge. He's a big Warzone streamer. His name is Corrupt, and
Okay.
he actually gave me one of my biggest raids in my lifetime. I think it was last year, almost a year ago actually. So that gave me a little boost. Actually, no, I think it was like 4 months ago. Actually, no, 4 months ago. Yeah. So like that gave me a good boost. I met this guy, DM'd him, and now I have a whole goal to reach where he has.
That's awesome. So, with you and being a content creator right now, you said you kind of slip into the college, like the multiplayer side of things with Cold War and Vanguard. Do you ever
Yes.
see yourself moving out of content creation, or do you enjoy putting a smile on people's faces so much that you could never see yourself moving to like a pro level if you put the work in for it?
Oh, I could never move to pro level. The only reason I want to stream every day is because seeing everyone's faces make everyone's day. If I can at least make one person's day while I'm going live, I feel accomplished. That's all that really matters to me. I just love making people's day, love helping them out. If that's pro person, I can't really focus on my chat, but as a content creator, I can interact with people. I
100%.
can actually give myself as a pro content player. Ever since I started playing video games, competitive has never been a goal for me. I would always like to make jokes, do some funny stuff. It's just me. It's just my personality.
Fair enough. So with all of these components to you as a streamer, surely you're doing this full time, with how many people you're entertaining and the just the content that you provide to the community and the impact that it seems that I've seen in your streams with your chat and everything, with how many people you're entertaining. You must be doing this full time.
Sadly, I'm not. Currently, I'm not doing this full time. I'm actually a full-time college student and full-time worker. This is technically considered a part-time for me. I do want to get full-time, but like everyone in life has, I have bills to pay. I got, mouths to feed. I have 4 cats, so. But
All
Yeah.
right.
So I wish I can do this full time. It's what been my goal is, so I'm able to push out more content for everyone. And enjoy
100%.
what I'm doing for life.
So being in work and being in college, do you put in full-time hours at your job?
Roughly a week, I put in about 30,
Okay.
35 hours a week.
And what do you study in college, if you don't mind me asking?
In college, it was originally engineering, but
Okay.
engineering's never what I wanted to do, and so I
Okay.
switched over to something I would like to do and that'll benefit me. And I went into business marketing.
Okay. And is that to help you kind of outsource and grow your channel more in the future?
Yeah, that was the whole point, and it was also a good backup plan just in case stream doesn't work out for me.
So with putting in 35 hours a week at your job, assume you're taking like 3 to 4 classes a semester, so roughly like what are your classes like
Hmm.
3 times a week or
It's actually, so I have yeah, 3 times a week. So it's Tuesday, Thursdays, and I have Saturday class as well.
okay. So is it like one class each of those days kind of thing?
Tuesdays will be one class, Thursdays will be two classes, and Saturdays one class.
So it's roughly about like 9 hours in class and then however long it takes you to do your homework outside of class.
Yep.
Is that accurate? All
Yep.
right. So you got 35 hours at your job, 9 hours just in school, like physically having to be away from your house to go to school. Um, Not counting the time that it takes you to do your homework and keep up on stuff like that. Not counting the time that it takes for you to spend personal time with your family and your loved ones and a significant other or anything like that, taking care of your 4 cats. Um, how many hours do you put into streaming?
Put into streaming, that it's too much. I shouldn't be putting out this many hours is everything I'm doing. I should not be streaming for this long and push out content for like however much. But it's something I love doing. So that's why how many hours it takes, it doesn't really matter to me. It's something I love doing. So if it takes 6 hours a day, 7, I'm willing to do it. I enjoy doing it.
So
Streaming is kind of like my relax point.
what would you say is a normal amount of hours to see you live?
Normal, it would have to be around 4 hours.
4 hours? And
Yeah.
if people wanted to drop by in your stream, what is your schedule looking like for a stream schedule right now?
As of right now, I stream every other day at 12:20 a.m. Central Time. It usually goes
Exactly at
Mon-
12:20 every day. You're right on that dot.
I wouldn't say so. Sometimes a little bit late because OBS wants to update.
Oh, fair
So
enough.
I know every streamer has OBS problems, but it's every other day. So it'll be Tuesdays, Thursdays. Sometimes I stream Fridays. It depends on how much homework I have that day. But I also stream on Sundays and Mondays as well.
That's quite the schedule and quite the workload that you've put yourself under. Do you ever
Yeah,
find yourself? Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Don't worry.
Do you ever find yourself being put into a position where you feel like you're almost like
Overwhelmed?
drowned? Yeah, overwhelmed or drowning with streaming to the point where you feel like you want to take a break or quit?
I wouldn't say with streaming that's the case because, like I said, it's kind of my free time. Recently, I had an overwhelming position where it put me in a bad position because college. I'm not a student, so college has taken a lot out of me, and I really want to focus on making this full time. And so I had a problem like, oh, I don't want to quit college, and I can't quit my job, but I don't want to lose streaming. I talked to my parents about this, and they told me to quit streaming, and I couldn't do that. I couldn't push this away. I enjoy it too much. So I know the schedule is kind of rough, and I do plan on taking a semester off next semester. So I'll
Off
have
of
the summer and
college?
first semester to actually focus on content, and if it goes somewhere, then hopefully I can push this to full time.
So your intention is to take a break from college to focus directly on streaming.
Yes, correct.
That's major dedication. Like a step that I would say 80 to 90% of gamers that are in college would not be willing to take. And
That's how streaming is. That's how streaming is. You don't get big until you take that step that changes everything.
I 100% agree with that, and I respect it fully, and I'm sure most of the community would agree with that. So that is a major step that I can commend you on, and I truly do hope that it goes the best for you.
Thank you.
Um, we're gonna slowly start to transition. There's gonna be like three sort of blocks into this, so we want to get to know you a little bit and the team that you are signed to. You're signed to Reactor 9, right?
Correct.
Right. So the team that you sign with, and just a little bit about yourself. And I want to slowly move into, as a SiN. This is the SiN podcast on the SiN channel, and you are our first official affiliate. I want to ask just what are your expectations out of SiN?
Expectation as SiN. Oh man, I know this is gonna go off the roof. I'm hoping to be able to push out my content more, and I know that's not gonna be hard at all. Push out my content because I feel like I am underrated. Personally speaking, I feel like I'm underrated. So pushing my content, getting more eyes towards my streams and my content would be great. So I'm not focused on the money right now. I'm just kind of focused on building my community bigger, and I feel like SiN Nation will be doing a good job about that.
Hell yeah. So with SiN Nation, was there a specific draw that brought you to us, that made you say, yeah, I do think this is right for me? Because you were with us before we even launched, before we were even a thing, before I want to say you were one of our first 4 people, including our owners. So is there something that specifically said, like, yes, I do think they can do this, despite literally being not even having a foundation yet?
Yeah, it's a very simple answer. It's because of you, Frosty. The fact that you quit your job to focus on this full time, it amazed me. Just like how I'm taking that step next semester, I feel the same way with you. The fact that you took that step and you quit your job so you can focus on this was enough respect for me to be all in.
Uh, I appreciate that, and I am honored that I am the reason. But with that being said, like, SiN Nation is more than just myself, obviously, and I know you know this, but for the community, like, SiN Nation is more than myself. It is more than Bear. It is Goof. It is Callie. It is all of our editors and graphic effects artists. It is all of our content creators and comp players that are going to be signed and affiliated with us in the future. So SiN is not a team. It is not an organization. We are a community, and I truly believe that I sincerely feel 2 days into launch, as we're recording this, I already feel like a lot of our members are family to me, honestly.
Yeah, it was a huge thing.
It was very big, and I don't want to say it was one of the, like, it wasn't one of the biggest launches ever. Like, a lot of people in the community knew it was happening, but the amount of support that we got in just a few days, with the 3 streamers that went live with announcing it, the support was immense. It was absolutely
it left a
insane.
footprint. Left a footprint.
I would say that our team page now averages more likes than probably any tweet that all 3 of our owners together put out.
Let's go.
Which is absolutely insane to me, because until I started posting started leaking things about SiN, I was averaging maybe like 2 or 3 likes per tweet. First tweet about the first leak of SiN, when nobody knew about what was going on, everyone was like, what the hell is this? It was like, I think it's at like 9 or 10 retweets, which is a minor number compared to, like, but we're a minor community. So
No, yeah.
10 retweets, and like, I think we're at like 27 likes on it, and that's like increasing times 9. Like, you guys have to think about it from outside of the perspective of like 27 likes. Like, that's nothing. That's going from 3 likes to 9 times the amount of likes. Like,
That's
is
huge.
Absolutely insane.
No, that's huge.
Just on the support of a team like SiN.
This is on Twitter, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So another thing I want to ask you about SiN is being our first affiliate, with the nation. Do you feel like there's any like added pressure for you to kind of show up and perform and like really showcase what our team is about?
A little bit, but not as much as people would think. I guess being one of like the first couple members does give me like a little spotlight, and I gotta push out content. Like I said, like college work and all that, but I still gotta push out content, send y'all content. But I don't think it's that much pressure because I know the owners are doing it the best they can no matter what.
100%. Um, Before we move into our last block here, I just want to bring up something that I saw on Twitter the other day that we briefly talked about, and we kind of got into a conversation about it, and I saw it being posted on Twitter from a few people regarding you, actually. Um, there's an event going on in, I believe, is it October, that you are interested in attending, and you want to be able to connect with your fans, and see them face to face, eye to eye, be able to make that human to human connection without the screen as a middleman.
Hmm.
Would you mind explaining a little bit about what that tweet is all about for us?
Of course, of course. So I was given the opportunity to go in October to San Diego, California, to go to TwitchCon.
Okay, would
Now,
you mind
I
explaining what do you mean by given the opportunity? Like, did you pay for it yourself, or like what do you mean by
no,
given?
actually, I have not paid for myself. One of my head mod actually, which is she's basically like a manager to me now. She took the initiative and she was like, "Don't worry about it," and she paid for the Airbnb, which is going to be the biggest part of our trip, being the 5 days of the Airbnb. And all I had to do was pay for my plane ticket and the Twitch ticket. That's it.
That is
So I
absolutely
couldn't miss that
insane.
opportunity.
That is absolutely insane.
Yeah,
That is a true supporter and a true loyal person right there.
that's family. That's
That is
family right there.
absolutely, that is fantastic. So, with the opportunity being given to you, please continue. I apologize for interrupting. Tell us what the tweet is about.
The tweet. So this is my chance. I've been wanting to go to TwitchCon for about 8 years now. Ever since I've seen Captain Sparkles go there, and so this is my given chance, the opportunity that I have to see myself through. I'm going there as a business perspective. I'm trying to go there, meet new people, make new friends, hopefully see some of my supporters out there because, like I said, all my supporters are like family to me. And like, you can't just have family across the street. You gotta go visit your family, you know? So going out there is just gonna be a great experience. Hopefully I can get in touch with some companies, maybe give me a sponsorship, just like one more block to becoming full time. So
100%.
we'll be gone there for about 5 days. The TwitchCon will be 3 days, but the other 2 days will be focused on creating vlogs and more content for everyone.
Well, that would be awesome. Getting more varieties of content onto your channel would obviously help you outreach to other audiences. So, posting vlogs like that would success you in the correct direction, since Roman Atwood was one of your original um, idols, you know. So
Yep.
you're kind of following in those footsteps in that way, and that really is awesome. Um, with that being said, is there anything that you want to say to wrap up these last two blocks? Because this is all about you, and like this podcast, this episode of the podcast is all about showcasing you, who you are, your reason for being around SiN Nation, the org that you affiliate with, and that you're signed to, and just your future vendettas and plans and anything like that. Is there anything else that you want to say regarding that before we move into our third block?
Yeah, yeah. It's something that I've went through a lot, and it's something that I've learned throughout the way. It's a quote I lived by from middle school, and it was, "You miss all the shots you don't take. You never know just by asking someone, you know."
Right.
So the reason why I still focus on this, no matter how tough it's been, is because you miss those shots you don't take. If I decide not to stream for the next week, I'm missing the opportunity for growth. And
100%.
so you just gotta push yourself, man. Whenever you're feeling low, just don't miss your chance.
I respect that. 100%. With that being said, I am going to close the first and the second block of this podcast, and we are going to get more into a less personal level and more into the game standpoint. So I'm going to lead this by saying I did ask you before this podcast started, because these questions would have been weird if you literally just started playing Call of Duty in Cold War. How long have you been playing Call of Duty for?
For years, ever since the first, I used to play Call of Duty on the Wii. I think it was like what, World at War.
Big red one. I remember having the whole sniper setup where you put the Wii remote
Yeah,
into this.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was that's my thing. The P90, I rocked the P90 in that game.
So I have a few questions for you about the. Like we're gonna probably go through a throwback here. Just general COD history questions, not like trivia or anything like that, just
Hmm.
personal opinions, because we are COD based. I would say a fair like 85 to 90% of our people are COD right now, and we are trying to expand into Valorant and Apex and Siege, Rainbow Six Siege, games like that, but that will take time. So right now, as we are primarily COD, I would like to focus on COD-based questions, of course. And
Yep.
the first question I'm going to ask you is, can you give me your absolute favorite weapon to use in Warzone?
In Warzone, as
In
of right now,
Warzone.
or like the all time?
Okay, we'll start with right now. What do you feel
Right
is
now
your
has to
favorite
be the
weapon?
Swiss.
The Swiss K
The
sniper
Swiss.
rifle?
Yep. Yep.
So you're a sniper.
Yeah. Well, at least in Warzone, I love sniping, man.
Alright.
It's just when you get that shot, it just feels a little different, a little jiggy with it. You feel me?
I feel it. So that being said, I guess what was your favorite weapon from a different era? Maybe the before Caldera, or before Rebirth was a thing, or pre-patch, like first
Oh,
launch, like any time throughout Warzone history. What is your all-time favorite Warzone weapon?
has to be the M4A1. I've never seen that gun fall. It's just been an amazing gun all through the 2 years the game's been out.
I think I can agree with you that I don't think I've ever seen the weapon fall, but I do believe that I have seen other weapons rise above it.
Oh
So,
yeah, don't get me wrong, but once you get used to a gun, it's not about
oh,
how well the gun is, about the player.
100%, 100%. Um, that being said, let's move into the question. Let's give the top 5 most overpowered weapons to use in Warzone
Ooh,
from any point in history.
Any point. Oh man, I know all the Warzone people are gonna know this one from the beginning of COD, but the Doof. I don't even gotta say the actual name, man. You guys know the Doof, that double pump, baby. Oh man,
The
that was
double,
terrible. That ruined the game for everyone.
the R90, the Dragon's
Yeah,
Breath R90,
yeah.
the doof doof.
Uh, the Doof, man. Anytime you heard that, you would hear that from far away. Like I'm not going that direction. No way. No, man.
I can
Everyone was
hear
scared
it.
of walking in
That's
buildings.
crazy.
Man,
You hear that shit and you're like, nope, nope,
Doof.
I'm
You get all that
done.
PTSD back, man.
You fucking hear that doof doof and it's like, fuck that shit, I'm out. And you hop
Yeah,
back out that window
no
and you're like,
way,
nope, I'm
no way.
turning
You get
around.
caught in that hit, man. You're not running away. You're done.
That is
You're done.
hilarious. I've never heard it been called that. That is great. So doof doof takes your
Number one spot. That's the
number
number
one
one.
in history?
Yeah, that was a bad thing.
I have to disagree with you, but I'll let you continue. I'll give you my top 5 after. There's
All
no
right.
way I can give the doof doof number 1.
The second one, I think it had to be the Growl. Just because
Okay.
the Growl was just like a very big gun when it first came out. You had to max that gun out for it to hit. There was always one build that anyone would run. Like people run overkill classes with it. They'll run their fully loaded classes with it. And so no matter what, everyone had that Growl for a certain period of time. Like no one had any other gun but that Growl. So it was all about the player, not the gun at that point.
100%.
I would have to
so
say the other one. I'm trying to remember some right now from like the past. Let's see.
let's we'll make this. Let's make it 2 Modern Warfare 2019 weapons. So you got those.
All right.
Let's make it 2 Cold War weapons. Which ones had the most impact, and we'll see which Vanguard weapon has made the most impact for you in Vanguard.
All right. For Cold War, the one that always had everyone's grip on was that FFAR.
I can
When
see
that gun first came out, first leveled up, man, 0 recoil. That TTK on that gun was absolutely insane.
100%.
Like if you were up close and personal with that gun, you're not anymore, man. You're 6 feet under.
100%.
That gun was just too crazy. I think for the second Cold War gun, ooh, it had to be, in my opinion. This is a hard one, actually. The second Cold War, because Cold War guns have been like pretty. Oh, never mind. Take it back. Diamatis,
The dual Diamatis.
the dual Diamatis.
That's understandable. And if you're a movement demon with those things, it's so hard for people
I
to like.
tried to, and I was getting good at it, and then they nerfed it, and ever since then I cannot run akimbo weapons anymore. I don't know what happened to me. Like, they
You would be
nerfed
able
me.
to camera people so easily holding dual pistols like that, and people would have such trouble tracking you if they weren't
Yeah.
like pro level or highly skilled player. It would be almost impossible for them to track you when you're cameraing like that. All it takes is for you. I believe it was one burst per pistol, and like they were dropped.
Yeah, it
like
was.
full
It
armor.
was.
That is crazy. So we got the two Modern Warfare 2019 weapons, the two Cold War weapons. What do you think is the most influential and overpowered Vanguard weapon that has dropped so far in Caldera/Rebirth?
I would have to say the most weapon that scared me the most from Vanguard would have to be one, the MP40 with the
I would
flame
agree with
rounds.
that. Okay,
When that I think first came out, everyone was destroying with the flame rounds.
100%.
The other one would have to be I forgot the name of it, but the revolver actually when it first came out.
The top
That
rank,
revolver hit, the revolver hit at long range of those build right.
it was crazy.
Especially you can run a Kemba on that thing too. They're
It's-
shotgun pistols.
It's crazy that everything's coming full circle because I told you I was going to tell you my number one at the end of this when you gave me your top 5 or 6. It's funny that we come back to a revolver because I really do believe that the Modern Warfare 2019 snake shot pistols is and
Oh,
always will
yeah.
be the number one weapon from all time in that era specifically. Before they got nerfed, before the damage range was a thing, there were people like posting clips of like 400-meter kills with dual pistols. That is
remember
absolutely
that.
fucking ridiculous. That should
Luckily,
not
though,
be a thing.
Luckily, with the nerf, they also made it to where you had to complete a challenge to unlock the akimbo.
Yeah, yeah.
So that helped out a bunch. I
That
remember
was absolutely ridiculous. That time era, I'm so glad that we're out of it with the fire breath rounds shotguns, with the 7.25 when it was in prime. Even the kilo on launch was nasty.
Oh yeah.
Like the Grau was absolutely disgusting. The MP7 was something not to fuck with.
Oh yeah, the MP7 would give me the medium range, close range, and hip fire.
P90 is actually a weapon I still fuck with today in Rebirth.
Oh really?
It is
I
still
dabbled with it
dangerous.
recently, but I felt like there was too many guns that overtook it.
It is dangerous with the correct setup. It
Because
is.
it was fast. It was
Yeah.
fast.
And no recoil. Like that thing has less recoil than guns today. Like with the 10 attachment builds.
You
could
wanna know
have
what I
5
think can
attachments on
outdo
that.
the P90 though? The
Uh,
Fennec. The Fennec came back. There was an update that happened, and the Fennec had no recoil, and they
Has it come
actually
back?
never fixed it.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that still has zero recoil. Only downside of
Hmm.
that weapon was that most you can do is 45 bullets, but the gun shot fast. You had to hit your shots.
I will definitely have to use the Fennec the next time I drop into some Rebirth then. That is absolutely crazy. I have not seen anything like that come up recently on my feeds, in gameplay, anything about the Fennec, so I will definitely be trying that out soon. Moving away from the Warzone side, I want to get into some multiplayer things. Let's just give a quick top 3 from COD history, top 3 maps, in your opinion.
Top 3 maps?
Top 3 most influential, nostalgic maps.
Oh, well, you have OG Nuketown from Black Ops 1.
Okay.
Playing Window Wars on that map, absolutely amazing.
Probably gonna get a lot of haters for that one. I ain't gonna count.
What, Window Wars, dude? Oh, this is OG though. OG, you know.
I get the influence that it had, and I agree with you because of the influence it had. But you're gonna get a lot of haters for it. I'm telling you.
It's all good. It's all good. Another one for like the sniping ages, man, has to be Rust.
Rust, MW2
Yeah.
Rust.
Rust was a hard hitter. I remember when I first started playing, cause I used to play on Wii. Don't get me wrong. And then as soon as I would go to my uncle's house and play COD, and he would always set me up with a 1v1 on Rust. So that one was a big influence for me.
That is.
Number three. I gotta think about number 3. I think personally the one I remember the most has to be Raid from Black Ops 2. I think it's Raid, right?
Yeah, BO2 Raid.
Yeah, I would love playing S&D on that with a shotgun and a sniper.
You're a rat for saying that, but I can see it.
Oh yeah, dude. Hey man, I was just a kid, bro.
That really do be how it be.
Yeah, then you buy those those camos like $2. Like remember that lightning camo?
The fucking afterlife.
Lightning green camo? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember it. Don't worry. Sorry about that, guys. I had a little bit of technical difficulties there. We had to start a re-recording. But Raid was your final map. So is Nuketown Rust Raid that order for you? For the most influential maps of all time in Call of Duty?
All time in Call of Duty or all time for me?
Your... Okay, yes. We'll go your best rated maps. Bears,
It would have to
Bears
be...
best 3 rated maps.
Have to be the OG Nuketown first, then
Okay.
the Raid, and then the...
And then Rust.
Yeah.
All
Because I
right.
didn't play much of Rust, but Rust was like a good start for me.
Fair enough. I just got like 2 or 3 more questions here. I just want to get a sense on your mindset and the play style of Call of Duty, I guess.
All right, sounds good.
What would you say is now? Have you been a sniper for a long time, or were you a ray gunner?
I have been a sniper for a long time.
Okay, so if I asked you a question about the ray gunning community, would you be able to answer a ray gunning question?
Maybe, depends on the question.
This is gonna be hard. I'm letting you know now. I'm gonna give you a category of weapon. I want you to say what you think off the top of your head the most overpowered weapon in COD history from that weapon category is.
All right.
And this can be what you think, like what your definition of overpowered is. Could be.
So is this like out of all games or just Warzone?
All Call of Duties.
All right.
This could be what you think was a groundbreaking weapon, something that could not be countered, something that, like, these guns would have to clash together for one of these players to die, right?
All right. Yeah.
Assault rifle.
Assault rifle. Oh man, it has to be the NW3 Scar.
MW3 Scar? You don't think the ACR
Yeah.
competes?
No, I don't. That Scar, the attachments on the Scar, dude. Oh man, because ACR I think had a with attachments made it more heavier, but the Scar, no matter what attachments you had, it was just always hard hitting.
Fair enough. That is a bold decision, but I will respect it. Let's go with submachine guns.
Submachine guns. Ooh, submachine guns. I think it was the Scorpion in Black Ops 2.
Scorpion Evo and Black Ops 2. I think it's still one of the top 3 fastest firing weapons to date. Okay, let's go with light machine guns.
Light machine guns, the freaking MW, the recent Modern Warfare, the Brown?
The Bruin
Yeah, Bruin.
from
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2019.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with shotguns. Let's keep the snipers in this community on edge for a
The
little bit.
doof, bro. The doof.
In all time,
That thing was scary, dude. You were kidding. No, I think the speed on that thing was too much. It was too light of a gun. It was scary. No way, man.
okay, I'm going
Ain't no way.
I'm going to be your devil's advocate, not only for COD all-time history, but just for that game. You think the Doof overtook the 725 in prime?
Yeah. No. Yeah. People quit the games. I know so many people quit the game because of the doof.
Bro, the 725 was a sniper with pellet spread.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, but you have to hit your headshots.
It's a bold decision, but
I ran the 725 multiple. But you're telling me because you have to hit a headshot. So if you take that R9 and you went up to someone, slid, he missed the headshot, and you get the single doof, done. You have to hit a headshot on that gun for it to do something.
for the sake of moving on, I will say I respect your decision, but there are many other powerful shotguns in COD history.
Just PTSD on that gun, man. It's PTSD.
Alright, let's give some relief to the sniper community. Let's go the best sniper / marksman rifle in COD history.
Oh, you guys are gonna hate me for this one. You guys are gonna absolutely hate me. But this is the gun that had me on sniping. When I couldn't snipe at all. This gun would overpower anything.
Oh, I'm not gonna
in
like this.
close range, far range, it just whatever your setup was. And that's the Modern Warfare 3 RSAS. the spam, like one of the first spam snipers in COD.
We've been showing this man love, nothing but love this entire podcast. Kill
I'm
this
telling you, 'cause
motherfucker in the comments,
you could
bro.
run iron sights on that gun.
I know
and
what you could
it was
run on
like
the
3
RSAS,
hit.
bro. I died to it way too many times. I was Jev raging over the RSAS in Modern Warfare 3, bro. Like,
Oh,
you
it
can't.
was so much fun to use. I had that in gold.
Roast
But yeah,
this man.
that was like almost like the start of my sniping career though. Because of course then I
It
switched
ain't
over
a
to the MSR.
sniper. It ain't a sniper.
Hey, you said sniper? It's marksman rifle, okay? And it was in the sniper category, alright?
Alright. We'll go with pistols. I think we'll end it with pistols.
Pistols. I think it was called the AMP in Black Ops 2.
The Cap 40s?
Yeah,
Cap 40s were nasty.
they were. Especially the one in chamber too. When you played one in chamber, that gun was always had a good feeling to it.
The iron sights, I would say, are one of.
No,
I don't even know if I can say
you're
that
right.
because.
You're right about that. But most
There's a lot
people
of
ran that thing
pistols.
akimbo too,
Yeah,
right?
they
You can run that
absolutely
akimbo.
did.
Yeah, most people ran that
With it
akimbo.
being fully automatic and virtually like, I mean, it did have a recoil, but if you. Recoil in Black Ops 2 is nothing compared to recoil nowadays. Recoil
yeah.
was very easy to
Yeah.
control back then.
Oh
So
yeah,
if you could control
100%.
the recoil of that thing, like it had comparable, like it had comparable like damage output, firing accuracy, faster reload speed as an SMG, and could outbeat them, outclass them multiple
The
times.
rotate, especially on hijacked, the rotate on that gun, you just go
Yeah.
underneath the boat, run across, and just from behind.
I think
Absolutely.
it was for at least like 90% of pro players the pistol to go to,
Yeah.
only rivaled by the B23R. So.
Oh yeah.
I would even go as far to say the Tech 45 was used by a few people.
I think the
And-
other one, the only thing, if all pistols were like competing against each other, I feel like the only one that would outdo that one, in my opinion, would have to be that one-shot pistol from Advanced Warfare.
The
Like I forgot what it was called, but like you had the one-shot
rail
sniper and
driver?
the one-shot pistol.
does that sound
I
right?
think
The
so.
rail
I'm not
driver.
sure. I'm not sure at all, man.
I
haven't
think
played Advanced
it's
Warfare
called the
in a long
rail
time.
driver, or the RW1, right? RW1.
I think it was the RW1. I think it was the
RW1,
RW1.
and the gold variant of it was the rail driver.
Okay.
Because that's what I always added on my class. Because I'm a rat.
No, I was hey, that thing was fun to use.
It was very fun to use.
Because it's like, the fact that there's one bullet in there and you get that shot,
Right.
it makes you feel great.
Just helped you feel. It lets you get that feeling like, damn, I cannot hit shit with my Moors. Let me just pull out my iron sight pistol and get the one shot. Like,
Yeah.
people are gonna fry us, bro. We're gonna get fried in the comments over that. I just got like one or two more questions to clear just finish things up here, just to get a little bit more of this Call of Duty history. If you could take 3 aspects from a past Call of Duty to make the perfect Call of Duty for the next release, what 3 aspects would absolutely need to be in the next Call of Duty?
Okay, I got you. So the first thing is that what I always loved is customizing your own emblem.
Oh, that is a very good one.
That was something I enjoy doing. Second thing, I personally would enjoy sleight of hand, back guys using a perk.
Okay.
And then I think
Now, would you say just the perk sleight of hand, or would you go a step further with the Modern Warfare series and say that you want to bring pro perks back?
no, just
Sleight of hand straight up.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Another thing is that I know MW3 had it. It was a game changer, which I think people would like that back. Is the heartbeat sensors attached onto your gun.
Oh, bro, you are a
You-
rat.
You can't tell me that wasn't a game changer, dude. Especially when you're playing I think it was snipers v snipers.
The thing is
It was a
it
game
was a
changer.
game changer, but imagine how it would get used today.
Oh, true. You're right. You're right.
For the time being, like even with how overpowered it was back then, I didn't see it on every single weapon, and it was available on every AR, every sniper,
Oh yeah,
every LMG.
because people
like,
couldn't handle it taking most of your screen, which also beneficial because you gotta remember people care about how much space they have in the screen now.
right.
Since FOV is now a big thing too.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
That's
a
why
very
people
good
don't run,
point.
I think, the Vanguard Owen gun too, because it takes up most of your screen.
I would agree with that actually. I would say that's a very good point.
Especially like running that thing trying to quick scope too, you're losing most of your screen.
I think that is a very solid 3 picks. Customizable emblems are a must-have
Oh,
to get returned.
100%.
100%.
I had a toilet paper that was rolling. I was like with the little face on, like they see me rolling. I know everyone knows that one. I copied that thing off YouTube.
Yeah. Everyone knew that shit. Um,
Hey, that was the first time I saw boobs too.
I'm dead. I'm dead. All right. So the next thing I have for you is I am going to send you a list on Discord of every Call of Duty to date that has been released. And what I'm going to need you to do. Actually, I lied. I cannot do that because it'll mess up the camera on the podcast.
Ah,
So I'm going to have you write down the Call of Duties. And I will list them off to you. There are 18 Call of Duties that have been released that I am including on this list. Technically 16. I included 18 and you'll see what the 18 are.
all right.
So, COD 4. I'm including only the games that started with multiplayer.
Okay.
COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, World War 2, Black Ops 4, Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War, Vanguard, Warzone, and Blackout. I'll even split it one further. Warzone Caldera and Warzone Original.
All right. What was the second one?
The second one I said, World at War.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Now what?
I want you to rank them in order from least to best
you
Call
are
of Duty.
a jerk. All right, that's easy, bro. It's easy. Okay, I think I got it. You gotta remember though, this is like top of my noggin. All right, you give me a chance to think.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
All right, so we are back. I gave him time to think about this, so we did make a cut. There are games on this list that he has not played, so he is going to list those from his 18th to whatever spot, and then he will pick up the actual list from whatever position he started playing in. So, what are the games that you have not played?
COD 4.
The original COD 4 you haven't played at all.
No, I think I played World at War.
Interesting. Okay.
Wait, is original COD that? No, actually no. I'm pretty sure I didn't play it.
Okay.
Because I think the first COD that came out was World at War at Wii.
Yes. I
Yeah,
believe
so I don't think I played COD 4.
For the multiplayer aspect, at least. Yes.
Yeah, so I haven't played COD 4.
Okay.
Have not played Remastered.
You haven't played either of the COD 4s?
Nah, dude, I heard Remastered was terrible.
Bro.
You gotta remember around this time when Remastered and all that, I was on CSGO.
Alright. I'll give you a pass. Alright, so that's 2. Alright.
Infinite Warfare.
Never played Infinite Warfare.
Nope.
Lucky you. Alright, continue on.
And then Blackout.
Never played Blackout.
Nope.
Didn't think you would enjoy the BR aspect. How ironic is that? Okay. Have you played every other game?
Yeah, pretty sure I played every other game.
So that eliminates 4 out of the 19 options. Let us pick up at number 15. What is the worst ranked Call of Duty that you have played?
Absolutely Caldera.
Caldera, just straight up, no hesitation.
Yep, that thing dropped your freaking FPS by far, and it's like it's all green. Like it is your best
So
shelter's a tent.
the color basis of the map and what it does to your computer is enough for you
It's
to rank
enough.
it.
It feels like you're just going in a circle in the woods, man.
It's your list, man. I will let you roll with it. 15th is Caldera. What is number 14?
World War II.
World War II. That is going to be a hot take with a lot of this community.
Don't get me
World-
wrong, the sniping was fun. It's just the way people played that game was just off-settling.
That's understandable.
The maps seem repetitive.
No comment. All right. World War II at number 14. What is number 13?
Ghost.
Call of Duty Ghosts. I think that is about where people are agreeing to place that nowadays.
The only reason for that one is it felt really like not fully developed, but like it had I don't know why, but every time I picture that game, I picture like a gray tint. Okay.
As a Ghost advocate, it's someone who like enjoys Ghosts, and I know I'm gonna get shit on for that, but I did thoroughly enjoy Ghosts, and it may have to do with my personal endeavors, and I will talk about that in a future video. But I
don't
see
know,
where I see where you're coming
to
from
me-
with the gray tint. I do see it
To
as
me, Ghost. I think didn't Ghost come after like Modern Warfare 3?
well. Ghost came directly after Black Ops 2, so
Yeah. See, so you realize like why it was such a
yes. I
down
do.
settle because it looked like it went down. You know.
Yes, I do. It was that game between widely renowned as one of the, if not the best Call of Duty of all time, and right in between Jetpack era. So a lot of
Yeah.
people don't even remember exists, other than the fact of
yeah.
how much it was hated.
Because it came out, right? It came out on PS3, and then they moved. It was also PS3 and PS4.
It was the first game that was cross-console like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so Ghost comes in at number 12. What is number 11?
No, Ghost was 13.
Yes. Ghost comes in at number 13. What is number 12?
Now, 12 is a personal preference because I didn't play enough of this game. I know a lot of people like this game, but personally, I have not played enough of this game because I didn't have a console to play this on,
Okay.
and I did not have it for the Wii. It has to be Modern Warfare 2. I didn't when playing Modern Warfare 2. I didn't get to fully like enhance it. Like I never got to run like akimbo SMGs. It was basically every time I played Modern Warfare 2, it was the 1v1s with my uncle. Frosty's mad, bro. Frosty's mad, bro.
I am mad, but like, ooh. You just,
And plus, like
you
when,
just took a
when,
shot
I
at
got a
me.
console, when I actually got the PS3, that was, you know, because I was still young, you know, I'm not even allowed to play COD. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah, like people care about that in the community nowadays. Back then, you kind of had to though, because
Yeah.
the
'Cause
lobby.
you couldn't get it online.
events-
You had to go to GameStop.
Yeah. All right. Modern Warfare 2 is going to take the number 12 spot very sadly. Number 11.
It must have been a great game. I just didn't have enough experience on it.
Fair enough. All right. For your list, number 12. Number 11.
Number 11, World at War, because that's the first COD game I played.
Fair enough. I could see
So
that.
I played on the Wii. So
Oh, well, I can understand that ranking then. Number 10.
Vanguard.
Vanguard places number 10, the current Call of Duty title. So let me ask you, one of the creators and directors of Call of Duty Vanguard looks at this video by some miracle and says, "Oh, BearDontEvenCare, don't fuck with Vanguard? Alright, bet. Booted. You ain't ever playing Vanguard again."
That's fine. I mean, when Vanguard first came out, there's a lot of stuff that was wrong with it, and it did take them some time to fix. You know, don't get me wrong. Like, you remember the Kembo double barrel shotguns that took over the whole game when it first
I
started.
don't know how I could forget them considering it's still
Yeah.
a thing.
It was everything. S&D was just filled with them. Like, you piss someone off, they'll call you the N-word and pull the double barrel shotguns.
Fair enough. That being said, Cold War kind of started out the same way. Do you think if we did this list maybe like 8 months in the future that Vanguard could change its positioning?
Oh, 100%. No, 100%. Because, you know, Vanguard just started out. Like, don't get me wrong, beta Vanguard was fun, but as soon as everyone got that game for Christmas, it just felt like everyone was too much. I personally, I don't think I would just change my mind, but I know we're talking about multiplayer, but zombies wasn't fun either. At all. It was boring. It was repetitive. I did enjoy the new maps in Vanguard added though.
I'll be honest, I
Spicy,
haven't
yeah.
played them because I haven't played Vanguard since I got Atomic. I got Atomic, didn't touch the game again. So
One of the new maps was terrible for S&D, so that's something they need to fix too. Like it was literally, it was one-sided.
yeah, there's usually always a map, at least one map that's like that.
But the thing that always got me wrong is since those new maps came out for S&D, they constantly put those maps. Like there's only like 3 maps you can play in S&D for like a good like 3
Right,
weeks,
right.
and one of them being the one-sided one, which was just not fun at all.
So with Vanguard at number 10, we are moving into the top 9 Call of Duties of all time, from your opinion and your experiences. Number 9, what takes the cake?
Cold War.
Cold War at number 9.
Cold War number 9. I have a very good reason for this. So sniping in Cold War, I agree it's fun. It's a fun sniping way, but I feel like the game was always pushed out too soon. It was underdeveloped.
That's fair.
Only
I
reason.
think most of us can agree
Only
with that.
reason. It came right after Modern Warfare 2019, and it felt like it was pushed out too soon.
I feel like a lot of people can agree with that statement. That being said, with Cold War, it felt like it was a game that was pushed out too soon because Sledgehammer was supposed to have that Call of Duty title, and then Treyarch overtook it, like I think a month or 2 months before release. So we had to expect an underdeveloped COD.
Yeah.
However, how long it took them to fully develop it, I agree, took way too long.
Yeah, 100%. Like I played Cold War recently, and I like that they're still pushing out new guns for it. It gives it a good look for it.
Yeah,
I mean, I
it's
don't have any
crazy to
problem.
me that they did that. The fact that they put in WMD in Cold War, like, it's crazy to me that they put a new map in like 6 months into Vanguard. Top 8. What's your number 8?
Modern Warfare 2019.
All right.
The reason for I chose this as number 8 is because as I played it, I leveled up guns, but S&D was very repetitive. There was
Okay.
always they always use the same guns. Other S&Ds you always try different guns and all that. For some reason in Modern Warfare 2019, people use the same guns over and over again.
Yeah, I could see that. Let's very quickly move into number 7 through number 4, and then really hype up the top 3. So number
7 has to be OG Warzone.
OG Warzone. You got a quick reason why for that?
It was always a fun game no matter what. There's always different routes you can play. It was like kind of new. OG Warzone, there was always a chance to make new routes, finding out new ways to be number 1.
So
The
it just
guns
comes
weren't-
down to the top 6 just simply being better for you.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So number 6.
Black Ops 4.
We're really just making these like top 5 shaping up to be like old school CODs, huh?
Yeah, that's where that's the most fun. I think that's what everyone my age found their most fun.
That's
Yeah, Black Ops
fair
4.
enough. I think, yeah, I can agree with that statement.
Black Ops 4. I like Black Ops 4 because the abilities you can get. That was a different thing.
So we've knocked out every Call of Duty up to, I believe, up to like 2016. Any
Yeah.
COD past 2016 has been knocked out on your list right now.
I think so, yeah.
So let's get into the top 5 Call of Duties. In your opinion, what is number 5?
BO3.
All right, we are onto a list of every Call of Duty from 2015. BO3. What was wrong with BO3 in your opinion?
BO3. It felt like no one really played it. It was a game that people played for a couple months and then fell off of it. It wasn't a game that you were always interested in.
It was kind of a, I know on release it was kind
Like
of a
an extra, like
disappointment
an
that
extra.
it was a disappointment that it was another jetpack game.
Yeah. It was around that time. But
That's
the
fair enough.
gameplay of it was still fun.
Right.
It was
I
just
agree
like
with
it was getting repetitive.
that. I agree with that. That being said, BO3 at number 5. What's your number 4 pick?
BO1.
BO1. Now, I'm interested in one of the options in this top 3. I think you forgot this COD existed in your list because I'm waiting for this to pop up. Because a COD that I'm waiting for, I don't think has been seen on any person's top 10 list in a very long time. And you know which one I'm talking about because the other two are very well renowned as the top 2 Call of Duties
I don't
of all
know.
time.
I only have 2. I only have 2 left after this one, isn't it?
No, this is
Oh no,
number
I have
4.
3. I have 3 left. I have 3 left. Okay, no, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So BO1, I can understand BO1 in a number 4 position. The straight nostalgia of playing BO1.
The sniping on that game when you hit a shot, you get jiggles with it, bro.
Very,
You get
yeah,
jiggles.
100%. And just the classic map pool that has been reused in countless Call of Duties, the nostalgia of Nuketown, knowing like the weapons in that game were absolutely like just felt like another world.
Yeah.
The MP5K, using the MP5K,
That was the first akimbo shotguns.
I
Remember
mean,
those giant
yeah,
shotguns that
the
look like
akimbo
water guns?
shotguns. Like we're talking, this is the age of the Commando, the
Yeah.
the
Oh my
Galil,
gosh.
the
And then you had
74U,
the bots
like,
too. The bots playing with bots were so much fun.
playing with bots.
Yeah, don't you remember the bots? You pick your map and all that, the bots, and you always try out different guns. Like that's I think
Oh,
that's around the time
yeah.
everyone tried out their guns too.
Yeah, that's fair
Like
enough.
tested out their guns.
And I've said this before, and it was a very controversial hot take. I think BO1 had, if BO1's camo system dropped today, I think people would have way more fun with the way that they did camos than the way that we have to do
Yeah.
camos now.
Oh,
The challenge
yeah.
aspect of thing is like really like awesome and smart and everything. But like there has to be some sort of way where like if there was an in-game currency and you have to buy access to that challenge, getting like don't get me wrong, so many people would hate that shit. But it shows who the real grinders are, in my opinion.
No, yeah.
And
I get that. I wouldn't really. I would feel like charging would be a not bad option, but you can't charge it too much. I would have to say like, 99 cents kind of beat,
Oh no, not like IRL cash. Like COD had the
Oh, the point system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the-
No.
the BO1
Yes.
point
No.
system.
See that was good. No.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
so BO1.
And so you had to be like you had to know what gun you really wanted.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much.
I get that. Yeah.
So BO1 is at the number 4 position. We're getting to the top 3. I don't know if people at home are keeping track, but I'm not gonna say which games are in the top 3. And if you don't say the game that I think you're about to say, a lot of people are gonna be very, very upset. So that being said, what is your number 3 game on this list?
Advanced Warfare.
Okay. So, can you please explain to me why the hell that is so high on your list?
First jetpack.
That's it?
First jetpack. They added the paintball rounds. The guns always felt so good to use. The one-shot sniper, like when you hit that, you hit that. The one-shot pistol, you hit that. The fact that you were able to move around the map so much compared to other COD games because of the jetpacks, it was great. It was also my first game. I joined my own little team. Like me and a group of friends actually made a team and actually played.
So it's a very
You know?
nostalgic game for you. Fair enough.
And, oh, I was the knife god in that game. Like I hadn't met anyone who could beat me at knifing.
The knife god and a jetpack god. That's something else.
Because I think that was the first slide too, wasn't it?
The first power slide?
The first, yeah.
You mean like compared to Dolphin Dive?
Yeah.
No, Ghost Head slide.
Did Ghost did have slide? Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
That being said, I think the most renowned Call of Duties as being the top Call of Duties of all time are your last 2 Call of Duties to choose. So, let's see which side you go with. Are you an Infinity Ward or a Treyarch man? What is your number 2 option?
Black Ops 2.
Ooh, you just split the community in half. You were going to either way. You divided them.
I did. Don't get me wrong. Black Ops 2 is an amazing game. It was such a fun time to play. It was so many things you could do on that game. but it had a little spice to it that changed it up when it was more like a newer thing. Like you had these weird looking like red dots on it. Your gun like was glowing, you know? Like that was just the
So
basic gun, you know?
the
Everything was like newer. The signs like looks like Tokyo, you know?
yeah. So your placement for Modern Warfare 3 above Black Ops 2 is that it felt almost like
It
rustic,
felt
warish,
OG.
like
It felt OG. And the fact that, you know, all the maps seemed like it would be actual maps being played the way that I think that was the first game that had the 3v3s as well.
I think it's one of the only games that have had 3v3s. Um,
And it was that
Unless you count
3v3 was such a
gunfights with
great
that.
game.
I don't think I count gunfight with that. I think
Because
it's
I don't think around that time people had like, oh, I always had like whole groups. So having a 3v3 is like you can make your own little clan with your little clan tag and play the 3v3s. And like
absolutely.
they would, and sniping that game, that was something everyone agreed on. Everyone would always snipe. There were so many less like few players who would actually play the game with ARs, and they stuck to just team deathmatch. Everything else like S&D, like 3v3s, they would all use snipers.
Well, everyone would use snipers except for you because you use the Scar, as we
Okay,
talked about earlier.
okay, well, yeah, because that's how I first started. I was always on like free for all or like TDM domination. When I was first learning about my guns.
Right.
You gotta remember, this is one of my games I stopped. So my first game was so I bought MW3 and BO1 at the same time. So of course I played MW3 first. It's a newer game. So it was like the first time I was on controller, not like on a Wii.
Fair enough. So the nostalgia factor, the fact of how the game felt as a whole, and just the general, the game in its entirety, basically places MW3 above BO2 as the best Call of Duty of all time for you.
Yeah, that I honestly think that everything around MW3. You understand me? Hours I spent MW3, bro. My weekends was MW3. After school, MW3. I didn't have a mic. I connected to like a Bluetooth headset that I found at a garage sale to my PS3, or if not, my friends didn't have a mic, so I would use the home phone. You know the block phones, the home phone. I would keep that shit right here and play, talk to my friends.
That is a dedicated gamer, if I could say so myself. That is absolutely insane.
And that was around the time the iPod 4 generation came on. So like, if you were lucky, you were able to, and you can do like a little phrase, like a group like Uvu calls, bro. You remember Uvu calls?
I don't. I'm gonna
You don't
get
remember
hate for
Uvu
that
calls?
now.
It was like the one after Skype, the OOVOO, like the like orange thing.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was if you're lucky, everyone had like their iPods ready to go. Be Uvu call playing COD, dude.
That's crazy. You just threw me back. That's wild. That being said, we are almost 2 hours into this podcast that was originally intended to be like 45 minutes. I want to thank everybody for joining us on our first episode of the podcast, joining us on our adventure to grow SiN Nation to the next level. I want to give a very special thank you to Bear for not only being my first guest as a host on this podcast, but for but for
You gotta add music to that. It's really weird if there's no music.
I will add the music to that. Not only for being my very first guest on this podcast, but for allowing me to
Debrain me?
no.
I'm back in hate comments.
For allowing me to just work with an incredible content creator in this community, for allowing me to affiliate with him with SiN Nation, being our first affiliate, and putting his trust in me. We will be seeing very, very much content from Bear in the future. If you guys aren't already, make sure you go follow the Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok links down below my camera right here. Make sure you go follow BearDontEvenCare on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and his TikTok. His Instagram is not listed because I couldn't make a graphic that made it fit. If you want to see his Instagram, he has a link tree on his Twitch channel, which you can go check out. Make sure you catch this man live. He is putting in the absolute work, as we talked about earlier, and you can check out some more of his content being posted on the Nation of SiN Twitter account, the TikToks, and the Instagrams. He is the first content creator affiliated with the Nation, which means his content is going to be showcased quite a bit. If you guys have any recommendations for who you would like to see next on the 8th Deadly Sin, feel free to leave them in the comments. Anybody who you feel needs to be affiliated with the SiN Nation, make sure you leave them in the comments, and we will do everything we can to make sure that we are providing the absolute most to this community, for this community, and by this community. With that being said, Bear, do you have anything to close us out?
I just want to say I'm really grateful for you guys having me here. It's a great opportunity. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much for talking to me. It's been a great experience.
Absolutely. With that being said, guys, we are both very grateful to all of you, and we hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. Sin with honor, and forgive my sins, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.